Tonight, a crash turns deadly in Fort Worth, and what crews discovered in the vehicle is raising questions.
What do you miss most about Athena?
She loved everybody.
Athena Strand's heartbroken father takes the stand as the jury hears the moment the little girl lost her life.
Rain in the forecast on Saturday and a cool down. I'll have the rainfall timeline coming up.
So the Oak Cliff community is getting a coffee shop, several restaurants, and even a fitness center. Coming up next, we'll tell you exactly where and what this means for the community.
And the Dallas Wings officially welcome their #1 draft pick.
I can't wait to just embrace everything about this city.
Tonight, a jury is processing what prosecutors call the most critical evidence in Tanner Horner's murder trial.
Yeah, they just watched never-before-released footage from a camera mounted inside his delivery van, giving them a glimpse into the final moments of Athena Strand.
Senior crime and justice reporter Rebecca Lopez was in the courtroom, and we should warn you, some of this evidence is difficult to hear.
Prosecutors say Tanner Horner was looking for an opportunity. They played a video from his delivery van dash camera. It shows him slowly driving through Athena's neighborhood the day before her kidnapping.
At certain times covered up the cameras.
Moments later, jurors watched and listened to a video from inside that same van the next day. Our legal expert watched that video with us.
It's a clear-cut case of premeditation, calculation, deviance, and murder.
The judge only allowed the video to be shown in court. It showed when Horner lured Athena to his truck and kidnapped her. He warns her, "Don't scream or I will hurt you."
She keeps asking him, "Where are we going?" Finally, she says, "Are you a kidnapper?"
Athena begins to cry when Horner asks her to take off her shirt and tells him, "My mom says you can't do that to me." Athena tells him to stop and says, "No, I want my mama, I want my mama." The recording is more than an hour long with Athena crying, gasping for air and in pain.
You could actually hear what we think might be the point where he began to strangle her.
Inside the courtroom, jurors wiped away tears, some openly sobbing. Athena's parents didn't watch the video, but earlier her father took the stand.
It made me feel horrible, like I should have done something.
After Horner disposed of Athena's body, he stops to clean up the van. Then he is back on camera smoking a cigarette, making phone calls like nothing happened. And the next day drives back to Athena's neighborhood where people are searching for her.
No, that's the only way out. I have more packages to deliver.
Prosecutors say this video shows how uncaring Horner is while going on with his life. And for this jury, it may be the evidence that sends him to death row. In Fort Worth, I'm Rebecca Lopez.
Now that the prosecution has rested, court will resume tomorrow with only attorneys present. The jury is set to return on Wednesday.
Hazmat crews are investigating a deadly crash right now north of downtown Fort Worth. Police say a car hit a parked vehicle off Delga Street, then rolled to a stop. They found a driver and passenger who both died at the scene. The Fort Worth Fire Department says their crews discovered a large amount of an unknown chemicals inside, and paramedics had to rush one firefighter to the hospital after being exposed. Hazmat teams are on the scene now trying to determine what that substance is.
A former Irving ISD bus driver was just arrested on a charge of child grooming, and now police are searching for more potential victims. Take a look at your screen. His name is Juan Gonzalez. He worked routes around the district since February 2023. Gonzalez is accused of inappropriately touching an 8-year-old girl from Townsville Elementary earlier this month. WFAA obtained police documents stating he touched the little girl's thigh several times and fixed her skirt. He's now in custody at the Dallas County Jail. Irving ISD released a statement saying in part they encourage parents to talk with their children and remind them to report anything that makes them feel uncomfortable or safe. The district also says Gonzalez is no longer employed.
Tonight, a newly vacant building is making room for more than a dozen businesses in Oak Cliff. Restaurants, bakeries, and cafes are all planning to open off Clarendon Drive. Mitty Hicks just spoke with owners racing to open in the next couple months before the World Cup comes to town.
Right now, you're standing in what was soon to be Barrow.
The former ice factory building in Oak Cliff has been a lot of things since the 1900s, and it's changing again.
The tables are communion style. So that's what we're looking to do here is kind of like bring about that that sense of community.
This Latin American inspired restaurant is one of several businesses opening soon at East Dock. Steps away from Barrow is Lola's Cantina and Snacks.
Will be known for some yummy cold drinks. Lola makes a mean margarita.
On the other side of the building,
These baskets overhead that you see for our pendant lights, those are from South Africa.
is Colon 2, a coffee shop and bakery bringing a sweet taste of South Africa to Dallas.
We will have, coffee and all these wonderful baked goods, but we will also have programming for the community.
While all of these businesses are bringing something different to the Oak Cliff community, they're also giving residents what they've been asking for: investment.
The whole concept here was having a campus that's open from 6 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. It'll be somewhere between 16 and 18 businesses. Of that, there'll be 10 retail concepts.
And another thing these businesses have in common: excitement for investing in the neighborhood.
It's great to be kind of like pioneers, in a movement, and that's just what this is. It's a movement.
So most of these businesses plan to have a soft opening around mid-May, but they all plan to be open by the FIFA World Cup. In Oak Cliff, I'm Mitty Hicks.
Today marks 6 months since a 38-year-old DACA recipient was taken into ICE custody in Arlington. Yaqub Irabahandre is a community photojournalist and activist. He was also a safety specialist at American Airlines. Yaqub was detained one day after posting on social media advocating for another detainee. Outside the Dallas ICE detention facility, Yaqub's supporters held a rally for his release.
It's not easy when you lost 6 months of time that you can never get back. All that it's heavy. Those places inside, they're designed to break your spirit and break your soul. And on top of that, he just got the news that his mother was diagnosed with cancer.
Yaqub has a clean record, but the government says his DACA status was terminated due to his social media posts described as, quote, glorifying terrorism.
New reaction is pouring in tonight after the city of Arlington announced a new plan to keep the Cowboys at AT&T Stadium for decades to come. Some residents are concerned this decision is solely in the hands of the council, and voters won't get a say on how more than $250 million gets spent.